نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد باب لا يتوضأ من الشك حتى يستيقن. عن سعيد بن المسيب عن عباد بن نعيم عن عمه أنه شكا إلى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم الرجل الذي يخيل إليه أنه يجد الشيء في الصلاة فقال لا ينفتل أو قال لا ينصرف حتى يسمع صوتا أو يجد ريحا. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. يا ربي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. My honorable elders, friends, brothers, mothers and sisters, there are two types of enemies. One which can be seen is in front of you, you can see him. And a person, he will make an attempt in order to defend himself from this very enemy whom he can see with his eyes. And it will be easy for him to tackle this enemy because he can see him. He will see the attacks coming from there, and he will be able to defend himself. But if the enemy is invisible, you can't see him, then it becomes difficult for a person to tackle this enemy. Our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has explained, instructed us, taught us how to deal with this enemy. And this enemy whom we cannot see, his attacks are from four sides: from the right, left, front, from behind. He attacks. And this is his mission from the very first day. And he has been given the permission by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to do this. And he will carry on, he will continue attacking, and he will continue launching these attacks upon the human being till the last day of this dunya. And he will keep on doing it. I mentioned before, there are two directions from which he doesn't attack. From the top and from the bottom. Right, left, front, behind, from the back, he attacks. But from the top, he doesn't. From the bottom, he doesn't. The reason behind this is he does not attack from the bottom because his kibr, his arrogance does not let him do this. Because of this pride, he was expelled from the paradise. So his arrogance doesn't let him do this from the bottom. No, no, no. This doesn't suit me. I'm much higher than this. And from the top, he doesn't attack us, because all the time the rahmah of Allah is descending. He cannot become a barrier between us and the rahmat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah does not let him become a barrier between his rahmat and his servant. Now he attacks in everything, in every of our affairs, worldly affairs, religious affairs. When a person makes a wudu, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says in a hadith, don't let the shaitan make you waste the wudu, the water. Don't let the shaitan make you waste the water while you're making wudu. Why? Because when a person is making wudu, he makes, he inserts doubts in the mind. Maybe this limb has not been washed properly, so a person will wash it again and again. He will be wasting the water. Sometimes after having completed the wudu, a person might imagine, he might think, have I done my masa? Have I washed my right arm? Have I washed my right foot? And these thoughts come in the mind. Who brings these thoughts? The shaitan. All these thoughts are coming. And when he steps into the prayer, there again, shaitan comes in. And he puts the thoughts in a person's minds. Sometimes the thoughts are from our own selves. Sometimes we are ourselves thinking of something, worldly things. And then while we're thinking of that, we forget how many rakats we've read. Have I read 4 rakats or 3 rakats? Have I read 1 rakat or 2 rakats? But sometimes shaitan comes in and he makes us forget things. He makes us, like Hazrat Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, when he was traveling with his companion, and in a basket he had a fried fish, and Hazrat Musa alayhi salatu wasalam told him that when this fish becomes alive, that's our destination. But when this happened, Musa was sleeping, and his khadim, his servant, was awake. He saw from the basket the fried fish became alive, and it run into the sea. And when Musa walked up, and then he said, "Let's go then. Let's start our journey." They kept walking. When Musa got tired, he said, "Can we have our breakfast, our food?" He said, Then he said, shaitan made me forget to tell you that this is what happened. So shaitan always makes us, forget things. He makes us forget things so many times. So even in the prayer, shaitan makes us forget at times, how many rakats we've read. 4, 3, 1, 2. And sometimes the hadith I've just read, and the chapter of this hadith is, this is the chapter about the person who doubts in the prayer whether his wind passed or not. And hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says in hadith, when you are in the prayer, shaitan comes to you and he pulls one hair of the anus. Then person thinks, my wuzu broke, the air came out, the wind came out. This is a person feels. In reality, it was not this. It was the shaitan who was playing with that area. And the person thinks that, my wudu broke and my wind passed, which was not the case. This is what happens. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam informed us, shaitan does this to you in the prayer. in order to spoil your ibadat. So you will think, my wudu broke. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he taught us what to do in this case. He said, when this happens in the prayer, a person imagines whether my wudu broke or not. He's 100% sure. He's in a doubt, 50-50. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a man came to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He complained. He said, "O Prophet of Allah, could you explain us? الرجل يخيل إليه أنه يجد الشيء في الصلاة." What do you say about a person who is in the prayer and he imagines, he just thinks that he feels the wind passed? So, O Prophet of Allah, what do you say about this person? Should he repeat the prayer? Should he just say salam and go make wudu? Or should he carry on? So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied, لا ينفتروا أو لا ينصرفوا. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said he should not leave his prayer, he should carry on his prayer unless Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam حتى يسمع صوتا أو يجد ريحا, unless he hears the sound of his wind or he smells something, meaning he feels the smell of the wind. Now, what if a person is deaf? What if a person is deaf, he can't hear anything? He will not able to hear the sound of this wind. So what are we going to say there? Is he going to carry on? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said this. Generally this happens that the wind comes, a person hears the sound, or he smells something. But here Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying, if a person 100% he's sure that wudu did not break, he just a doubt, then in this case he should carry on. But if he was 100% sure, although he did not hear the sound, nor he felt any smell, but 100% he was sure by the wind came out, then in this case he should leave the prayer and go and make wudu. He should go and make the wudu. If a person, so this hadith, unless he hears the sound or he smells something, then he should leave the prayer, means if he is 100% sure. Meaning he is sure that my wudu broke, then he should leave. But if he is not sure, he is 50-50, then in this case he should carry on his prayer and ignore this thought. So may we be sacrificed for our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What is that he has not taught us? What is there that he has not taught us? And what is there that he has not informed us of? He sallallahu alaihi wasallam has informed us of everything. And he sallallahu alaihi wasallam has taught us everything, to the extent that he sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us what happens if this situation occurs that you are in doubt. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, if you are 100% sure that wudu broke, then go. If not, then keep on carry on your prayer. And our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this one Jew on one occasion said, this Prophet of Muslims, Islam, he teaches the Muslims everything, to the extent he teaches them how to clean their private parts. How to, after they have, they have relieved themselves, he teaches them. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has taught us everything. Now, we are the ones who are not learning this teaching of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we don't have this zeal and the shauq and the interest of learning the deen. The deen comes in our lives when we will study, from the authentic books. Keep this in your mind. To learn the deen from the authentic books. And in order to know which books are authentic, you need to come and ask the ulama ikram. They will tell you which book to read and which book not to read. If you want to read about a sect who is not on haq, don't read a book of that sect which is written directly by them, because you will fall into so many doubts, and there is a great possibility you might fall into that, and you might start accepting that sect. So if you want to know, let me give you an example. If you want to know about Qadianism, what they are, who they are, what is their mission, what they are, what their beliefs are, then don't read the books which are written by them. Read the books which are written by our ulama kiram. Inshallah, if you read the books which are written by the ulama haq, then you will not fall into deviation. You will stay on haq, and you will stay on the right path. And if you want to know the Parvezis, who are Parvezis? You might not know who Parvezi. Parvezi is a sect who deny the ahadith of Prophet, the authority of the Sunnah. They deny. They say, no, just follow the Quran. There is no hadith. Hadith has not been recorded when Prophet was alive, which is totally 100% a lie. The ahadith of Rasulullah were being recorded while Prophet was alive in his time, even to the extent when Rasulullah delivered his khutbah, when he did the Hajj, and then he said, the khutbah he delivered, he said, Uktubu li Abi Shah. Abu Shah was the person who came from Yemen. He said, write this khutbah, my servant, for him. So the hadith of Prophet were recorded even while he was alive. So our Prophet in this hadith taught us that if the doubt occurs in your salah about your wudu, if you are 50-50, you should carry on. But if you are 100% sure that the wudu broke, the wind passed, then you should leave the prayer and go make wudu. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our sitting, and may He make this sitting mean of our forgiveness. Rabbana آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.